Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Michael aka Saprius, and this is the Ufflecast. We are a weekly podcast where we talk about music, movies, and really just everything that's going on in our lives. Just introduce myself. How about we go down the line? Nick. Go ahead and
How's
introduce
it going?
yourself.
What, you want me to introduce myself as what? Like,
I don't know. I
We
guess
already,
we've
we already did
introduced.
that.
This
Yeah.
is
my name's
This is
Nick.
disaster
Hello, how's
already.
it going?
You better not cut this out, though.
everybody. Just say hello.
I want
And
this.
Hi,
say
I'm
hello
Carlos.
in alphabetical order.
Hi, I'm Carlos.
You
You're
already
not
messed it up.
first.
You already ruined it.
You're
All right.
All
first,
ogre
Carlos.
Wait, by second letter or first letter? Because I didn't fuck up if it was second letter.
I guess,
Wait, what?
I guess he's not wrong.
I guess, but yeah, but who does
All right.
alphabetical order by second
All right,
letter?
hi, I'm Carlos. I'm first.
This is our last podcast ever.
This is my last appearance on this podcast. Because Michael's gonna fucking kill me.
Michael's gonna
Wait.
ban Carlos from the Minecraft server.
Yeah, because we're just gonna talk all about Tree of Life this episode, right?
Oh God.
God damn it.
I don't want.
We can.
Life. I feel
Let's
like we've
just
talked
get
about
on to
that enough.
the topic of the day.
Let me
Alright,
introduce
so
everybody else.
we have a couple topics here. One brought up by Carlos, and I guess the others were also brought up by Carlos.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just one.
What were the other topics?
It was just music.
Oh yeah, and then I said we should talk about. No, somebody said we should talk about what we did in gaming this week.
Oh yeah, that's what I said too.
So that's two.
You're an
by
idiot, Carlos.
Good job, Carlos.
Jesus
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Carlos, get out of this Minecraft server.
Give yourself a big pat on the wiener.
Ooh, seductive. I
Alright,
like it.
so as you heard, our topic of the day is music. Carlos had this brilliant idea of talking about our favorite musics from
Musics.
high school and
Is there a unit of
college.
music?
Wait, what did you say? From junior high,
So
high
okay,
school.
so junior high, what you're listening to then, and then high school, and then like how it transformed into what you're listening to now.
That what Carlos just said.
What I just said.
So does anybody want to go first? I feel like we're all pretty musically inclined. We all have a lot to say about our music.
I feel like Brandon should go first because he's
Brandon's gonna
almost
have a
an
lot of
audiophile.
garbage to talk about.
Wow, you're okay. I
I'm
don't
gonna have even more
really
garbage to talk about.
I don't know how to take this
I
representation
nominate Brandon.
as an audio.
Zach?
Shots fired.
But okay.
I would just like to make a note right now. Zach just fucking killed me in Minecraft for no reason.
God damn it.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I don't condone playing Minecraft
Condone?
on the podcast. I don't condone
Yeah.
it.
Neither do I. Michael, you.
All right,
you-
Brandon,
You need to shut this down.
junior high.
I'm going to yeah, junior high. I think I was listening to a lot of like Green Day and My Chemical Romance. And it was the start of listening to metal because I don't really want to talk too much out of school about probably what Michael's list is going to be, but it kind of goes into what I was listening to. But I know that Michael was getting into like Slipknot and I guess more metal, but still for whatever reason at the time that like scared me, I guess, kind of. I was just
Yeah, I
like,
still thought That's When Hot Topic was actually scary though.
yeah, because basically it was basically all of the whatever metal it was that was at the things at Hot Topic, which are like so tame now. I just
Yeah.
thought were terrifying in middle school, and so I just kind of listened to like basically any of the songs and stuff that were like music videos on like VH1 or something
Yeah.
in like middle school. And then
Yeah.
high school,
Well,
kind of.
just before we go any further, as a reference, like me and Brandon specifically have been friends for a long time, so we've kind of shared music back and forth. So
Yeah,
whatever he mentions, I probably listen to it as well.
Wow.
yeah.
I think we
And I
all
think
kind of mixed genres, but like specifics are all different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know specifically in middle school was when the Xbox 360 version of Guitar Hero came out, and that was kind of when, because mostly like my parents and stuff listen to like classic rock and stuff, so
As they
I'd like
should.
hear that a lot, but that was like getting to the age too where I would like started learning, I guess, like song titles and artists instead of just being like, oh, I've like heard this song on the radio, as maybe just like remembering the chorus or something and trying to be like, the song that has this. I started like figuring out artists and the like actual song titles and stuff. And so that just kind of
Yeah,
got
Rock
me,
Band and
got
Guitar
me
Hero
going.
is like a huge influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think Guitar Hero
it came out
really
in the
like
perfect timing too.
brought
It's
some
like
music
that
to my taste.
it came out like right when we were at the age where like we can like
Impressionable.
decide what we want to listen to, and it's perfect.
Yeah, it was good.
Good time.
Yeah. And then so just kind of transitioned from that in high school, just kind of like got just like grew up, got less scared, I guess, of stuff, and so just got into like metal and stuff like Pantera and Slipknot and like Black Dahlia Murder and just crazy. They just started just like escalating and just
Mastodon.
yeah, basically.
The very
All right,
scary
Marcus.
band known as Volbeat.
Yes, but still listening to the like classics like Led Zeppelin and like Pink Floyd and stuff. Still loving that. Just mixing and matching everything in
Mixing
there.
it up.
Yeah,
Is Pink Floyd a 70s band, or are they kind of partly 60s, or
they're like 60s, 70s. They like started, I think, in like the mid 60s.
oh, okay, yeah.
They're timeless, bro. Timeless.
You can't attach an era to that.
Exactly. And then now things are just kind of I've gotten kind of crazy to the point where I've decided to turn my iPod into this like musical time bomb of
Musical
Just-
cesspool.
yeah,
It's a
basically
fucking smorgasbord.
it's like basically yeah, because it wasn't until like last year, maybe even the year before that, where I just like couldn't, in like high school and stuff, like in middle school too, couldn't stand rap for whatever reason. But
We
then
were all
I
kind
just
of like that, except for Nick.
yeah, Nick was kind of still more like open-minded, I guess, at the time when most of us
We
weren't. I
hated
know
him
especially
for it.
me. Yeah, I know especially me and Michael for sure. It's
That's
just like
the
metal
that's
all
the-
the time.
That's like the best thing about music, though, is like even if you don't like a genre, you can usually find something in there that appeals to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I think I don't even remember how I just like got into it, but I think it was like Kendrick Lamar just started getting me into like that. Basically, Mad City was just like a really good album, and just like from there, just like
Timeless.
got into like yeah, like Tyler the Creator and like Odd Future and Earl, and then it's just kind of spiraled into
Just some of the more quality, innovative stuff.
yeah. And then at some point too, I don't even remember how this happened exactly, but I know me, Carlos, and Nick specifically are big fans of this YouTube channel called The Needle Drop with Anthony Fantano, and so that's where I heard of
Anthony Fantano.
one of my new favorite bands now, Death Grips. But just like through that too, I've just found a kind of a bunch of random like not really like indie rock, but just a bunch of sort of like alt stuff and just like different kind of weird
Non-radio stuff for sure.
yeah, pretty much. And so that's just like kind of what I've gotten into now, but still
favorite type
definitely
of-
listening to all the stuff that I've listened to like through middle school and stuff.
Brandon,
Like none of it's really gone away.
Brandon, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Jenny Death when?
I don't know, man. When's it coming out? No one knows.
Wait, Brandon, I would like to hear how much you like Punko's Pop.
It's garbage.
Garbage.
Oh,
I guess for everybody to hear, I am the owner of, I think it's volume 6 of Punko's Pop, but that was because one of our friends, Taylor, I somehow convinced him to buy it when we were at Target and just like found it lying around. And we drove around for about half an hour, and one of our friends has like a old like 90s Caravan that's got like roll down windows, like where you gotta like crank it like that, and it's got like a 4-cylinder, and we just like drove around this like shopping center up near us for like half an hour listening to this garbage CD.
oh.
Garbage.
Brandon,
Yeah,
it's Brandon's favorite CD he owns.
And Taylor just threw it to me. No, because they're all, for one, that's still, I guess they're still, as open-minded as I've sort of become on music and stuff, they're still kind of, I'm not that much of a fan of like super like poppy, like popular music that they play on the radio and stuff.
There's only so much you can take.
I hear
Yeah,
it all the time at work though.
and that's a lot of what that CD
And I know
was.
all those songs.
And it wasn't metal enough. That's just like mostly what my problem was.
Yeah,
There's
it
just
was
like
like-
none of them. They're not
I think
heavy.
that's kind of
It
the
was
problem.
like post-hardcore
like,
goes pop.
there
Yeah.
can be like a really, pop song that's catchy, and even if it's garbage, it's still catchy. But like when you try to take a metal band and have like a skinny like scene kid sing like a Miley Cyrus song, it's just like, please stop.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good song. The Wrecking Ball, I gotta say, Wrecking Ball, Turn Down for What, and Drunken Love, I think are like the only good songs on that CD.
I don't
Yeah.
want to even believe that.
Just
Turn
in
down
general.
for a what, Bobby?
Turn down for
Yeah,
a
dude,
what?
the fact that they actually, as far as I know, added in lyrics to that song, because there's no other lyrics in that song other than Turn Down for What. They added their whole lyrics and stuff with it, and it's with Ice-T, so that just
Oh,
makes it
God.
great.
That's
Oh,
classic.
good God, no.
It's amazing.
Classic Punko's Pop.
He's a total hype man for that song too.
I don't want it. I don't want it in my life.
Yeah,
Dude,
so-
no, it's because he's a big fan of like metal. He was in like a metal band, dude.
Yeah, he is body count.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Ice-T. Yeah, I actually saw that recently. I don't know what I was looking for, but I saw that. I was like, what the fuck?
He did a song that was either in or it was just like to promote Gears of War 3 whenever it came out. I remember that being a thing.
And wasn't it Public Enemy that did that song with Slayer or whatever?
Oh, the
Ace.
Anthrax song? Dude, I
Hello,
love
Death
Oh,
Row.
Anthrax, yeah.
Death Row. What a brother know.
That song is
Also,
not
when
good.
it comes, when it's to
Well,
me,
that's-
like Anthrax, Pantera, all that stuff just blends in. Like they all
Yeah, a
seem
little
so
bit.
similar.
It's kind of the era. It,
Kind of, yeah. Well, that's most like thrash
pretty much
bands.
all eras. Like,
Yeah, but even their styling, I don't know what it is.
yeah, they're similar. I can see how you can think that.
Yeah.
Well, and then you
I mean,
have
those-
like Metallica, and then
Yeah, like the big four all sound similar.
yeah, they all have similar, and some of them share members and stuff. So
I don't know if that's true.
no, but
Well,
wait, what's the other
Metallica
band?
and Megadeth.
There's Metallica, and then what's the other band that's like them?
Megadeth.
Yeah, don't they have like a member or two that's like the same or something?
Well, no,
Well, Dave Mustaine, who is the singer and lead guitarist for Megadeth,
Yeah.
he was in Metallica, but they kicked him out.
Okay, that's what confuses me then. Hey, I don't know.
So I guess you're technically right, but they don't share him.
Yeah,
So
oh, yeah,
they
it's not
kicked him
sure.
out, and they were like, "Oh, fuck you then."
Yeah, I always think I
Come
always
on, band.
I'm like, aren't they?
Sing terribly.
Yeah, I mean those bands like there's songs that I know and I like, but it's not like my favorite go-to.
Yeah, I never really got into thrash. I kind of skipped over it.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing, Brandon.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next on their generational evolution of music?
I'm trying to think about what the fuck I listened to in middle school.
So I guess Nick is going next.
Pass me first. I gotta order the menu. I gotta look at the menu first.
Zach, do you do you have your list going?
Everything.
Everything.
I listen to
Zach is
anything
kind of
and
an odd.
everything.
Well, yeah, Zach's always on rotation.
Like I listen to country music. I listen to rap music. You want me to tell you what I listened to in what years of my life?
What was your favorite music in middle school, high school, and now? Nope.
Okay, well, middle school was Blink 182.
Is it good?
High school was when I started getting into metal. So probably Slipknot for
Black
most
Veil
of high
Brides?
school. No, I never liked them. That was my senior.
Gross.
You should probably explain that you did like photography and stuff for like concerts.
Well, I didn't really like it.
Were you not involved in that?
You did photography for concerts.
I did.
Where you had
photography.
chain reaction a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, I never really had a favorite band. I listened to a bunch of music because I had to.
Yeah,
I
that's
filmed
what I mean.
it.
Yeah.
But I do not like scene music. It's horrible. Screamo is the worst thing that ever happened in this world.
Wow, shots fired.
I mean, there are some good bands, like Mice and Men I will tolerate. I like them. But old of Mice and Men. Like, that was probably like my junior year when I started listening to that kind of music.
One of the newer Mice and Men songs, like, Mikey showed me, like they're specifically inspired by Slipknot, and it actually sounds a lot like Slipknot on the song. It's weird.
There's Bring Me the Horizon. They're kind of like that scene, post-hardcore, like whiny thing, and they did the cover of Eyeless, and I actually dig it.
Did they?
I don't think I
They'll
did
never
that one.
sleep.
I
The
never heard
sleepers for
that.
the weak.
I like Bring Me the Horizon.
Does it Bring Me the Horizon?
You can't get to California without Marlon Brando's Eyes.
Oh yeah, I
Where's
listened
that?
to Sempiternal. That's a really good album, actually. I like that album.
Yeah, Bring Me the Horizon was good, but
They're one of those bands, kind of like a Mice and Men, where like as time changed, they realized like that they should mature a little bit and not be as
yeah.
chain reaction kind of
Well, I
band.
mean, I just got over all that like scene music because I listened to it all the time. Like,
Yeah,
I got
every-
over it really
Yeah.
quick. Like I listened to it for probably a couple months, and then I was like, "Well, I don't like this. I'm gonna stop."
I listened to it for like, let's see, we shot like 2 concerts every like 2 weeks for like a year and a half.
I'm not doing the math. If that's what you're wanting.
It was a lot of scene music, so it got really annoying really quick.
Sounds bad.
Now it's just everything. Like now it's country, blues. I love oldies. I'm a
Oldies
big
but
vi-
goodies.
I'm a big vinyl person. I think vinyl is the best way to listen to music.
That's pretty undisputable. Like vinyl's kind of like the way to go if you want the greatest quality possible.
I do not agree with the new vinyl. Like people like Kanye West releasing his on vinyl because that's not vinyl. That's a digital recording put on a vinyl.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
I think
it's weird.
mostly to me, like if you're like a vinyl collector, like unless you're looking for something specific, like you're kind of just collecting it for the cover art, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I
doesn't
do.
it sound better
I-
on vinyl too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Way
Well,
better.
It's like true. It's the true sound because that's.
Well, no, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like unless you're going back to get something specifically on vinyl, like anything modern, you just really want the cover art.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Like
I
if I
see-
got a, I don't know, like the recent Slipknot album came out on vinyl, I think, and the only reason why I'd get it is because I'd want it as a collector piece because I don't actually.
Yeah, it just
I don't have
looks
time to
cool.
listen
Like
to music. Just like
for a lot of people nowadays,
on
it's just
vinyl.
like, it looks cool to have.
yeah.
I dig that. Sorry.
I hardly listen to music as is anymore. Like I kind of just do it on my way home and on my way to work on my bike.
Yeah. I actually just got Spotify Premium recently, and it's really entertaining.
Why would you buy
What,
Spotify?
what is Spotify? I actually don't really know what Spotify is. It's
Basically,
like
kind of
Pandora.
like iTunes Radio, except for it's like having
What
iTunes.
is iTunes Radio?
Yeah, I
It's like,
honestly I
okay,
know.
it's like having iTunes, like everything, and you can just play it whenever you want to play. Like whatever you want,
It's-
you can look up, play it.
It's like the Netflix of music, but
Yeah,
a
it's like
greater selection than Netflix.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
it's like Netflix
But-
of music, and they give you playlists based on like what's top right now and stuff like that. You can also have custom playlists people make for you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
like-
can't get rid of their commercials though. So
If you have premium, you don't get commercials.
on Spot or on iTunes,
No, on
I don't
Spotify.
use. I just use Spotify. I was just comparing it.
I still like Pandora a lot more.
Pandora's
I have no
alright.
no say in.
Pandora's not
reviews.
really
The
good
only
if you wanna
reason
listen
I
to
have
certain
Spotify
singles.
Premium right now is because at the beginning of the year, if you got it, it was 99 cents for 3 months.
Oh, that's not
Damn.
bad.
So I was like, I'll try it out for 99 cents.
I just like Pandora because I can I pick a band and then I can hear other bands that are like that band. So it
Yeah,
gives me
they,
it
they
gives
have
me
they
new
have the
music.
same thing. Like you can pick like a fucking like Wiz Khalifa playlist, and it'll mix other stuff that's
Yeah.
like
I wouldn't
I-
make that playlist.
I've used Spotify before, Nick. I'm not an idiot.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, but yeah, Pandora is just the free version.
No, I pay for Pandora.
What
I
do you
will
think?
say though, Spotify seems to be like pretty. It's like a mind reader almost because we were listening to some like '90s playlist and some random Cranberry song came on and it was just like, man, it would be pretty sweet if they played Zombie. And then like 2 songs later, they played Zombie and we just like stared at each other and just laughed.
You know,
It was
it's
like the
fun.
other day when Zach and I went to Trader Sam's, and Zach had this '90s playlist going, '90s and early 2000s.
Oh, my Blink
And-
182 playlist.
Oh my god, it was just the perfect playlist for
Yeah.
our ride. We were jamming out the whole ride there. It was
That was
great.
like my 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade year right there
Yeah.
in a
Wait, okay,
playlist.
wait, hold on a second. Wait, so Zach, how much do you pay for Pandora, and what's the difference between Pandora and Spotify?
Well, Pandora, you just pick a genre or
A band.
or a band,
Okay.
and then it randomizes a playlist. And
Yeah,
I
I've
pay
used it before. I just don't remember what happened.
I pay $4.99 a month, and I don't get commercials, and I think that's it. But I mean, I like it because I like getting the randomized playlists.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't like listening to the same band for too long, so I dig the randomized playlist because then I get to hear like new bands. Like I turn on the indie playlist, so I'll hear like all these like indie bands that like Brandon was talking about that aren't on radios. Like I like bands like that.
Yeah.
It also sends you down like this rabbit hole because then you look at this indie band, and then
Yeah.
you'll look at another one that's similar,
Yeah.
and before you know it, your fucking music tastes are different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Suddenly
Like-
you're a different person.
and
Yeah.
it's cool because like every day you can
Transcending
listen to like
time,
something.
becoming somebody new.
Like when you forget about old bands, like I listen to Blink-182 radio station a lot, and like dude, I forget like all the bands that I used to listen to, and like
We heard Click 5 the other night.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome.
like when was the last time you heard Click 5? If you
Long
even
time ago.
remember, yeah.
Like,
If you even remember who that
like
was.
7th or 8th grade.
So that's why I enjoy Pandora more because you get more of a variety. I like Spotify, but I never got into it because I didn't like having the single out an artist.
Yeah. I would always use Pandora for like comedy stuff. Like you just put in like a
Oh,
random
yeah.
comedian and stuff, and then you just get like just a bunch of random bits of you.
I didn't know you could do it for comedians. I never
I
tried
didn't
that.
know that either.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
I should look up Carlos Mencia.
No.
I hear all of his
condone
stolen
that.
jokes.
Yeah, why not find a better comedian that he stole his jokes from?
Or Dane Cook.
I like Dane Cook.
I
Is
do.
it
I
wrong?
feel
Is it wrong for me to say that I like both of them
I like
for a
Carlos
long
Mencia.
time?
Carlos Mencia was funny until I found out that he stole all his jokes.
That's not even
His
why,
his
why I don't
delivery
like him.
was alright.
I
I
don't
like
like
his
his I
delivery.
didn't like his delivery.
Dude, you
Right.
know what? My favorite part about him was when he'd be like, "Doo-doo."
The same reason why I don't
Please-
really like George Lopez
Mm-hmm.
because he just they both talk about things that I'm not like that clearly they are
Yeah.
of a
Yeah, you're
different
clearly
ethnic
not
background
Mexican,
as I
it's
am,
like,
so
yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, I get the jokes, but I don't relate to the jokes. Whereas Dan Cook, he talks about like relationships and other stuff that he's stolen from, and I relate better because I'm also
Yeah.
a thief when it comes to jokes.
That's like all comedian is. It's just like what demographic they're pulling after.
Yeah,
yeah. I feel like
Did
it's
you ever
become
Because
like
like a lot of basic comics, like that's how you kind of get your career started. Is you just talk about like your daily life, and most people have the same shit happen.
that's why
Dude.
I really like Louis C.K. because I'm also a middle-aged balding
divorced.
fat guy.
Did you ever
Depressed.
see the episode where who is it? Dane Cook
He's on Louis.
goes on
Yeah.
and like because like Louis accused him of stealing a joke, but it actually didn't. And like in real life, that actually happened.
yeah. And he's trying to get Lady Gaga tickets or something for his
yeah,
kids.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god.
That's
It's
a
a
good
pretty
episode.
good episode.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know a comedian I really liked was Nick Swartzen.
Yeah, he's
He was
funny.
funny.
He's pretty funny. Yeah.
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 Carlos Mencia will always have a place in my heart.
I haven't
The same
seen.
place that he shares that same place with Smash Mouth. It's
I
like
love-
I don't like it, but I kind of like it.
Wait, I never said I didn't like Smash Mouth. I love Smash Mouth. I grew up on Smash Mouth. At one point, I had every CD they ever made.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying that
Yeah.
it's more of a guilty pleasure.
It's
yeah,
not
like
a
you
good.
don't
I-
actively seek it out.
I
I do
do.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Well, it's
I
not
have
like
a,
it's not that. It's just like I don't want to say that Smash.
Yeah, I don't
Mouth
want people to know
directly
that
in
I
my
like it.
collection. It's just it's if I want it, it's there.
Yeah.
why?
Mhm.
What's
It's
wrong with Smash Mouth?
Isn't-
It's
oh no,
just
I'm
not part
not.
of
I'm
their
not saying that. I'm
musical
just trying to
taste.
convey what Michael's getting at.
Yeah.
There's nothing. The only reason you guys think there's something wrong with Smash Mouth is because Taylor puts it in the same category as bronies.
No, that's not why. I've always been kind of like that.
Just the fact that Taylor listens to it.
Taylor kind of like put it out there to where I feel more comfortable saying that I like Smash Mouth secretly, but I've always kind of been that way.
Yeah,
I will always say I like Smith and Wesson.
fedoras and that shit never had any. That it was like that before that.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Brandon went and ruined it because he compared him to Guy Fieri.
God damn it.
Brandon
my
realized.
uh,
Brandon
I've never
realized
seen them in the same room together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the internet though, Zach. The comparison picture. Of
yeah,
Guy
that's on
Fieri,
there already.
Smash
Yeah,
Mouth guy.
you
and,
brought it to my
Smash Mouth
attention.
guy. It doesn't even have a
I think-
name.
and
Ditto.
Violent J from Insane Clown Posse.
I
Okay.
don't
Oh my
want it.
god.
Oh yeah, that picture.
I don't
Yeah.
want it.
Damn.
Brandon brought that to my attention.
That's crazy.
It's pretty great.
Wait, has anybody here besides Zach seen the interview?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it the other day.
You saw it?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
It's on my
Oh
list.
yeah. That's so funny though. How freaking he's on the like little sizzle reel,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dave Skylark thing, and then he's like one of the like interviewees.
Mhm.
I like the Eminem one.
Oh,
So
yeah.
funny.
I can't believe nobody's realized this yet.
Oh, yeah. I just like how Seth Rogen's just like he just keeps yelling to change the Chiron.
Yeah.
Carlos, I think that you're gonna have the biggest change when it comes to music. Are you ready to talk?
Yes, I am. Yeah, very different from you guys. All right. So for me, I wasn't friends with you as long as
Nothing's
you guys were
changed.
friends with each other. So
Carlos is as close
I
to a friend,
didn't-
but we haven't known him as long.
yeah. So I had a different, like I grew up with music differently. So I have a sister who right now the best way to classify her is hipster. But back when I was in middle school and
Carlos, where does she live
elementary
again?
school, she lives in Portland, Oregon,
There
and
you
she
go.
moved there
Yep.
before it was cool. As
Hipster
much as I
central.
hate saying that,
She moved there
Exactly.
for-
every time she does something, it becomes like the hipster thing.
Got
Like
it.
literally, she does it a month beforehand, and it's fucking boggles my mind. Anyway, I'm just saying it
Yeah,
right now. In a
actually,
few months, hipsters are gonna be associated with like fucking being DJs and trance music as much as they are now, because that's what my sister is right now. Anyway.
God.
So when I was in elementary school and middle school, I had moved. So I didn't have a set group of friends in end of elementary school and middle school. So I had to figure out music on my own. So I turned to my sister, who's 7 years older than me, and then she gave me a weird assortment of indie music. And like, so she introduced me like Neutral Milk Hotel, Radiohead, a bunch of other indie artists that I don't even know now. So like she gave me all this stuff and I was like, okay, I don't think I'm ready for this yet. So I turned to pop music for a bit. So I listened to random pop music. Like if you looked at my library in middle school, it was fucking bizarre. It was like Nelly Furtado. I don't
Love
even know
Nelly
how to say it
Furtado.
right.
Frittata.
I had
And-
some of those. I had some of those like now
But it
it's
was, like-
called music.
Yeah, it was just random singles, and I can't even name most of them now, but it was just random singles I would listen to, and then I got into Black Eyed Peas for a bit. I was like really into Black Eyed Peas, and
Why?
They have some good
I know.
tracks, but that's crazy.
no, they were great before they turned techno shit.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
agree.
what they are now, but like
Fergie?
Monkey Business is good stuff. Like Dumb Diddly, goddamn,
Carlos.
those are some goddamn good grooves, man.
Carlos, how much Fergie did you have on your computer?
I don't want to discuss that, but
Can't
Hey
disclose
Mama.
this information.
Hey Mama was like the anthem for fucking 7th grade for me.
How many times?
Hey, mama.
How many times a
Hey,
day did you
Mama.
listen to London Bridge when it first came out?
I don't even know that one.
It's a Fergie song. It's not a Black Eyed Peas song.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I figured Carlos would listen to Fergie too.
Yeah,
And
he liked the group
so-
Black Eyed Peas.
When they broke up,
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Nah, go
No,
ahead.
no. After Monkey Business, I stopped with them. But I didn't know hip hop too. So they would for a while. I didn't know what BEP comprised of because they had all these featured artists. So I didn't know who the main group was for a long time. Like for a while, I thought CeeLo Green was part of them because of that one music video, I Like It or whatever. What is it? Whatever. I don't know. I thought CeeLo Green was part of BEP for a while, but
I love
I'm
that Carlos just calls him BEP.
I'm gonna move on from BEP now.
I didn't know
So-
CeeLo Green was Gnarls Barkley either.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was crazy too.
that was
Like, what the hell was the
turnaround.
point of that? But okay.
So I was stuck in a weird place with music, listening to like Neutral Milk Hotel and then pop songs back and forth. And then I turned to the medium I like the most, movies. And I started finding music through trailers. So in middle school, 28 Weeks Later came out, I think, around middle
God.
school, beginning of high
Yeah.
I love
school.
that movie.
How
I love
sorry?
that movie.
My favorite
And
undead movie.
yeah, and the trailer had a sample from a Muse song. And so I was like, that sample sounds cool. So then I figured out it was Muse and I started listening to Muse and I got really into Muse all the way till the end of high school.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. Muse is great.
Carlos, enjoy your muse. I am glad that you had a good time with it.
I'm glad
Although
they have one fan.
I don't like the new stuff. I don't like the new stuff too much. Then this is again kind of really weird how I discovered music, but there was a remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers called, I think, Invasion or something, with Nicole
Yeah.
Kidman.
Yeah.
And they had a trailer and they had a sample of a song that I thought sounded cool, and I looked it up and it was Sigur Rós. So then I started
Oh.
listening to Sigur Rós.
I love cigarettes.
And then I realized that like alternative and post rock was my thing, and then I went back to Radiohead and all them and started really getting into them. And then there's like weird things where I branched off, and this is still like this is high school now. All right, so Watchmen came out, and they had a Smashing Pumpkins song. The beginning is the end is the beginning
I was
That's
gonna
great
mention
song.
in
this
their
song.
trailer.
I remember exactly when I found this song. I remember it was either around somebody's birthday or something. I remember it was at Nick's house, and it was somewhere in the morning. It was just on YouTube, just like looking it up. And I somehow found it. I was just like, I felt like I'd like cracked a code or something. I was just like, I found this cool ass song from.
I
this
remember
movie that
when
wanted to see.
before Shazam existed, I would literally listen to a song. Like if I hear it in a store, I'd just sit there and try to take down as many words as I could.
Just type random fragments into Google and see.
Yeah,
what
I would pull out like I'd ask my mom if she had a pen and I'd like write it down on my hand.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, Carlos, I still have that song on my iPod.
And then I fucking look. I didn't know this until like I looked more into it. They have a version of the song where it's like reversed. It's like the end is the beginning is the end, and that was in the fucking that was made for the Batman movies with George Clooney,
Oh Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ!
What,
and it's
Seal
the
song?
bad version of the song too, which is fucking hilarious.
Wait, which song is that?
It's okay. So I think the Watchmen version is the beginning is the end is the beginning, and
Yeah.
then the bad version is the end is the beginning is the end. But they're still it's still good because
Yeah.
it's based on a good song.
Okay,
Um,
that's rude.
So I like Smashing Pumpkins for a bit, and then that's when Pandora came in. I put in that Smashing Pumpkin song, and then Tool popped up.
Oh
But
god.
it wasn't exactly Tool. It
Every time I
was
hear the word Tool, like every time I see that band, I just think of Micah wearing that Tool T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh god. Every
Yeah.
day of high school.
So many days.
so like not only
I don't even know what Tool sounds like because I don't think I've ever actually sat down and listened to like an album.
How?
it's
Yeah, how have you not heard
Yeah,
Tool by
dude,
now?
I have. Yeah, that's an artist I forgot to.
I don't know. I just never
talk
really,
about.
that's not a band I collect or I own.
Sorry, Nick.
I'm,
It's okay. They're just know they're good.
I
They're
just
good,
don't.
yeah.
I've always seen it, but I've never like really given a shit.
Wow.
the lead singer like Maynard James Keenan. He does a lot of solo projects, and that popped up too. So like, I'm not a big Tool fan. I'm a big fan of A Perfect Circle,
Carlos
which
loves a big Tool.
yeah, I do. Which is like Tool if Tool did covers of famous songs.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But APC is great. I like it a little bit more than Tool, but that's because I haven't listened to that much Tool, which led into Pussifer, which is another thing by Maynard, which is just him going. It's just insanity.
Just
He
buck
does the
wild.
weirdest shit. Those are all music. That's all music I still listen to, and from there, I kind of just went around. This is when like I finally started to use the internet for my music. Needle Drop didn't come in until like college, but from there I listened to Flying Lotus for a bit. Pretty much any techno stuff. Like Pendulum isn't techno, but it's similar enough to me. Got into Interpol like a lot. Like I still fucking love Interpol a lot.
Pulls good. I got some good stuff.
And that just kind of, and then Radiohead. I never get tired of Radiohead. They would come out with new albums, and I'd love them, and then make me appreciate other albums. And then after that, I was like, I wasn't fully satisfied with my music, and I wanted something kind of more different. So I would just look around for weird music, and Needle Drop came in and helped with that because he likes to do obscure stuff. And then that's when I got into Drone, which is literally pretty much ambient music, but like it can range from anywhere to like a high pitched noise that goes on for like 40 minutes with very little variation, to like stuff like Godspeed You Black Emperor, which is more cinematic. And I guess that's my main music taste, like cinematic music. From there, from Drone, I got into power electronics, which is like Pharmacon. And Pharmacon's like Pharmacon and Death Grips. Death Grips is not power electronics, but they're both fucking insane. Pharmacon, well, power electronics, if you don't know, it's pretty much like really, really abrasive techno music. It's meant to be really hard to listen to, and you're not supposed to feel good listening to it. And for some odd reason, that really appealed to me. And so, like, I listen to like a lot of Pharmacon when I shouldn't be. Like, I'll just be walking around and people will be like, why does that guy look pissed? And it's probably because I'm listening to someone having like of exorcism on a track. And I remember, also I'm forgetting one of the biggest influences right now that went from high school to now, which is 9 Inch Nails, which is probably one of my favorite bands of all time. I remember one time in class, I was listening to 9 Inch Nails, and I guess I got really into it because the teacher was like, hey, what are you listening to? And I was like, 9 Inch Nails. And I thought I said it, like, calmly, but then he just looks at me like, why are you so mad right now? I'm like, I'm not mad. And then he just kind of looked really bizarrely at me. And so, like, I don't look normal, is what I'm saying when I listen to my music sometimes. And then we go to now, and I'm a lot more open. Like, I listen to Kimbra. I like Kimbra a lot, which apparently a lot of her influences is like metal and stuff, which is interesting. Another band I liked back in the day that I listen to a lot now is Gorillaz, and then a lot of the solo work from Damon Albarn, who is part of Gorillaz. And then Cage the Elephant's one I really like right now. Sleigh Bells, which is noise pop.
Listen to the Black Keys.
No. Black Keys, The Strokes, and Vampire Weekend are ones I've been meaning to listen to lately.
Those are all good bands.
Yeah, I've been meaning to listen to those a lot.
I love the Black Keys because like they're the only like kind of modern band that has like that much blues in it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
And
That thing's so good.
The Strokes is probably one of my top favorite bands.
Yeah,
we did a music video on The Strokes, right?
I love
What's that?
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Yeah.
videos we've ever shot.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
I still
And
have
now
it
I listen to like Grizzly Bear. I really like Grizzly Bear a lot.
because Grizzly Bear's out in the forest taking shits.
I haven't listened to Grizzly Bear in a long time.
Their new stuff's pretty good.
I wrestled a bear once.
No,
Sufjan
not up in the air.
Stevens.
What was that
is
called?
another big one I like. Sufjan Stevens.
Safwan Stevens, or
Sufjan Stevens, yeah. He does a lot of... It's bizarre because he does a lot of happy stuff, which I don't normally like.
you know what his thing was, right? Where he did
The
album,
states?
the album for every state.
He did this whole gimmick where he was going to come out with one album per state, and each album would explore everything about that state. And then he later came out to say, like, yeah, that was just a gimmick. I only did like 2 or 3 of those.
Dude, Chicago was pretty good though.
Chicago's, Feel the Illinois, that album's really good. He does a lot of orchestral stuff, and he's really talented. But he comes out with an album, a Christmas album, every couple years or so. Holy shit. It's literally like 3 hours of fucking Christmas songs. It's fucking insane.
They're probably beautiful, though.
Yeah, some of them are beautiful. Some of them are just like literally he got his friends, got like an iPod to record them just singing a cappella. It's weird. But to move this on a little faster, I also like, and I'm not afraid to admit it, Lana Del Rey.
I don't like you anymore, Carlos.
She has some good tracks.
And only because I like to imagine that she's making fun of the chicks that she's playing as. Because if you listen to her music like that, it's actually pretty funny. And I also like the instrumentals on her tracks.
Yeah, she has some good stuff. I like that one song that was in Great Gatsby was good. She has some pretty decent tracks.
But yeah, besides that, another artist I'm liking lately is probably Colin Stetson. He does saxophone mainly, and he mastered like circular breathing, which pretty much lets you play an instrument indefinitely.
Neato.
So like his albums are literally him playing on the saxophone for like these live sessions of each song, and it's just him on the saxophone, but they place a microphone and they place like 16 different microphones around the room. So they'll mix in the beating of the keys, so it'll sound like percussion. There's mics on his throat, so there's like vocalizations, and then they'll mix in different parts like left and right, far away mics to create these phantom noises.
What's his name again?
Colin Stetson. He does this album series called New History Warfare, and that's what I've been listening to lately.
What kind of music is that?
He just said
like, it's literally like saxophone. It's like jazz. That's what some people say, but it doesn't really feel like jazz.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm into anything really. Like I said, I'm even into Lana Del Rey. So anything that's interesting, I'll be into. Radadad's another one that I forgot to mention. And I think if I didn't miss any, that should be the main artist I listen to.
Does anybody here like 20s, 30s, 40s music? Like any of the stuff from Fallout?
Yes.
I like it in Fallout in the context of playing Fallout, but I have both Fallout or the two recent Fallouts soundtracks on my iPod, but I don't listen to them all the time. But
Yeah.
every once in a while I will I'll boogie woogie.
I'd like to get some. I literally don't really know. Like, if you can get, I guess you could probably get it on CDs and stuff at like Best Buy or something. I literally just don't know.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know where you
I'd
would
say
like
start with
get it.
the two soundtracks.
I have them.
Yeah. I did torrent like the Fallout albums a couple times.
If you have a record player and you come to my house, you can take any record you want. I have 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Everything.
You know what's another fun band? OK Go. Forgot to mention that one. They got some cool music videos. And music videos are a big plus for me. If your band can make cool music videos, I'll probably end up liking your band.
Yeah. When bands put out music videos, they're usually the song attached to the video is usually my favorite songs from the albums.
Definitely.
That's usually why they make a music video.
Well, I'm pretty sure that even if they didn't make a video, I may not like it as much. Like I do like a song way more if it has a music video.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's how it is for me too. I wish it wasn't, but
Yeah, I agree. I wish it wasn't.
and also
but
if your song fit well in the context of in a movie, like a scene in a movie or a trailer, I'll probably end up liking your band. Or at least the single.
yeah, it kind of opens up a little bit,
Yeah.
or opens you up a little bit. Is that all you had to say, Carlos? I enjoyed listening
Metric's
to
also
your
good.
evolution. It's pretty cool.
Metric.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think just
Metric was also that one was funny because I only found that out because they have a song called Sick Muse, and when Muse is coming out with one of their newest albums, I looked up Muse and that was on the top, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I liked Metric. It's always random for me for some reason.
Mm.
Metric's good though. What were you saying, Brendan?
I was just gonna say, I think just probably predicting early that I think Carlos probably wins for like
Biggest change.
crazy, biggest change. Because I guess I don't know. I didn't really even know, I guess, what music Carlos even kind of listen to now, and just hearing
Yep.
like
Going through high school, it was always a big question I had.
Yeah.
What did Carlos listen to?
The only band I ever knew that Carlos listened to was Radiohead because I saw it on his phone or iPod one day.
yeah,
I listened to
I
Carlos
figured
when we used to do
Carlos
Carlos
was just into
Radio.
Radiohead band. That was it.
Yeah, I really just
That
knew.
makes a lot of sense now.
I remember Carlos listening to Pendulum and then Radiohead, and I
a
was
lot of Carlos Radio was Black Eyed Peas.
You guys laughed. You guys fucking laughed while I was fucking jamming.
No, I was jamming out too.
Hey, we
It
all
was
we all
one
had
of those,
that. We all
like-
listened. Hey, whatever was good at the time is like it's still good. So.
Yeah, it was one of those guilty pleasures as well.
Still a
I,
kid.
I liked Black Eyed Peas, but only their, like as Carlos said, the first couple albums before they
Yeah.
became new Black Eyed Peas.
Is anybody a Katy Perry fan?
What?
Anybody a Katy
I've-
Perry fan?
Don't listen to her enough to.
I'm a fan of
judge whether or
her, not her music.
I hear her a lot at work,
Uh,
and I know a lot of the lyrics now, so I do get down. But it's not something I go out of my way to search for.
yeah, I
No.
think I downloaded like one of her albums or something. I don't remember.
Hey Nick, since you're talking about it, why don't you talk about your music?
Oh yeah, so I listened to Katy Perry. That's about it. No.
I have 48
my
hours
name-
of
my
Katy
name's
Perry on
Nick.
my iPod.
My name's Nick. I listen to Katy Perry and Kendrick Lamar. All right, we're done with Nick. All right,
All
Michael.
right, let's end the podcast right here.
Just cut it off. No. Going back. Wow, going back to like.
Oh, hold on,
seventh
Nick.
grade?
You know who we forgot, guys?
Huh.
Dead Sky Black Sun.
Good God, no.
no.
I prefer 6 Feet Above You.
Zach, was it worth it
I
now
prefer
to bring that up?
Jazowski.
I did. I thought it was. I thought it was pretty funny.
I prefer
Jordan Smith.
Shatter Copas.
Shut up, Brad.
All right, Nick, you may proceed.
Okay. Well, okay. I guess like 7th grade and before, like that was kind of just anything that was on the radio. I mean, I didn't really have a preference. I mean, when I was a little
The
kid,
radio
I
was
was
better back then. To be fair, though.
Yeah, I didn't really have control. Like that's when I listened to music was when like iPods didn't exist yet and shit until like 7th grade was like the breakout of iPods.
And then Zune.
The Zune still existed.
God, the Zune.
I still
HD
have my
DVD
Zune.
still existed.
You still have a Zune, Carlos?
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Zunes, I remember they were cool because you could share music, right?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, except for nobody else had one.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
don't
share it by
stop.
yourself.
I had a Zune HD. I never found anyone. Yeah, I never found anyone else who had one. It's great
Yeah.
for listening to music though,
I
but
think Brandon M might have had one. I don't remember. Anyways,
I think he had like a normal Zune.
there's 2 different kinds of Zunes. There's a whole different.
Yeah, dude, there's fucking the premium Zune HD and then the shit tier Zunes.
The fact
There was
that exists
a different
is
kind of
bad.
Zune. I thought there was only one.
Nah, dog.
Anyways, okay, so everything prior to 7th grade and kind of 7th grade was just now that's what you call music kind of stuff. Just whatever was on the radio. Really didn't really have a preference. I've never
Hip-hop?
really liked country, but only because when I was a kid, my grandparents kind of forced it on us, and as I grew up, I was like, I definitely don't want to listen to that anymore. So kind of cut that out. I think going into 7th and 8th, like by the time we were going to 9th grade, like we had started listening to Slipknot as a group and stuff like that. I've always had like a wide range of music. So yeah, throughout high school, like metal kind of picked up, Rock Band, Guitar Hero kind of picked up. So I got into more like alternative rock stuff like that. I was never really into like classic rock, like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and all that. I just not really my thing.
And you're a horrible person because of it.
Yes.
Yeah, I only knew. I mean, I really only know that stuff because of like Brandon. Like without
should-
Brandon, I would probably only know like Another Brick in the Wall, like, and that's it.
Just so you guys know, Nick calls himself a drummer, and he hates the best music for drumming.
I don't hate it. I just don't listen to it. But I do listen. Okay, I do listen to some classic rock. I'll listen to wow.
Spandau Ballet.
No,
Supertramp.
like Rush, Journey, that kind of like going into the 80s kind of stuff. I don't know. Because my parents really liked the 80s music when they were growing up. So like
Literally
anything on
80s
Jack
music.
FM, like Oingo Boingo and all that shit I'll listen to.
Oingo
Fucking
boingo.
love Oingo Boingo, yeah.
I mean I like those bands though. They're still entertaining. Like 80s has so many one-hit wonders, it's ridiculous. But there's a lot of good singles in that era. So that was kind of my background too, like Kiss FM and Jack FM. So whatever was on there. So yeah, started picking up metal in high school. Friends had bands and etc. By the end of high school, I kind of matured a little bit, and I started getting into more like what would I even call it, like indie rock, like Two Door Cinema Club, stuff like that. I don't even know if that's considered really.
I love that you called it maturing.
Well, by the time I got older, I started listening to like lighter music and not as
No, I know what you're
like,
saying. I just thought it was funny the way
Less
you said
angry.
it. Like,
yeah. I started like less teen angst, like Jordan music.
it made me think of like Marcus and how he like still is into all the same bands.
Yeah, like, you know what? Like
no.
I have more rotation and more like a larger library to like work with.
I got you. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
I feel
think
you, Nick.
probably one of my highlights. Like the only time I ever listened to music and I was before people was when like Call of Duty stuff was huge and like I got in on dubstep way early. Like that was weird. Like I remember I listened to dubstep and then like months later people were like, "Oh, have you heard of Skrillex before?" And I was like,
Oh God, Transformers.
"Yeah." I was like, "Bro, that's like American stuff." Like I've been listening to like overseas, like UK for a long time. But yeah,
like,
it's weird.
Like Knife Party.
Actually,
I love Night Party.
like I still listen. Like I'll listen to that music and it's entertaining, but nowadays, like it's so much more like mainstream that it's not as good as it used to be.
You gotta find the not mainstream stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I still look around, but
Dude, if you ever want, I will give you some.
yeah,
I have
like
a lot of it.
I still go through and stuff. Oh my God, and yeah, but I was listening to like Mount Eden and like Hospital Records, like Netsky, and just all these anybody who's on like UKF dubstep, all that kind of like YouTube channel stuff. I'd look through that. Because I do a lot of editing with that kind of music too. But then, so by the end of high school, electronic picked up, indie music picked up, and then once I was in college, I started going back more towards hip hop and like exploring that because like Kendrick, like there was kind of like a new wave of hip hop. Like Kendrick Lamar came out, and then like a lot of like really ignorant shit came out, like 2 Chainz and stuff.
Yeah, you and Taylor.
Yeah.
Waka Flocka.
So I started listening to that, but there's a lot of, well, I guess Eddie was a big influence like that. Like I wouldn't listen to Odd Future without Eddie, and
The worst music possible you listen to.
I wouldn't listen to. Well, they have interesting stuff, but I started expanding my horizons. So really, my rotation consists of like hip hop, electronic, and like metal now. Like that's my pretty much like where I'm at now. I'll rotate between those.
It's your jam.
Yeah, so like 1 week I'll listen to Slipknot, 1 week I'll listen to like fucking Waka Flocka, and 1 week I'll listen to like some kind of dubstep or something.
Like, how do you listen to more than one Waka Flocka song?
Well, not just that. Like I listen to like more like I think this last week I was listening to like a J. Cole album. I was listening to like a Ray Shremmerd album. I was listening to like I was listening to the NWA album. I haven't actually gone through that album before.
What, Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah, I was going through Straight Outta Compton and the other. I don't know, there's like a handful of ones. There was a bunch of stuff that I hadn't really heard, like that I hadn't gone through. Well, because I got Spotify, I was able to start exploring more stuff even. So I was going back into the hip hop archives.
There's something weird though about like 80s hip hop and stuff, or like, because I mean like NWA, right, was supposed to be like super crazy and like whatever, like violent stuff, but now like when you listen to it, I guess like compared to, it's like mostly the beats, I guess this just got this like pretty straightforward, just kind of like it's like 80s hip hop beat.
And now you have
Yeah.
Death Grips.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then now you just got like straight like bangers or something like from like
Yeah.
Danny Brown or something.
Yeah,
It's
and
just it's so weird.
that's kind of what I actually started getting more into was because for me the like late 80s early 90s rap was more about the like singers and stuff and like who was performing, whereas now I'm actually more interested in like the producers and like sing because it's kind of weird because for me like the new like hip hop and like rap producers they're more like they remind me of editors because like they're kind of behind the scenes, people don't really know who they are, but they have like I like following their quality of music and seeing like what artists they work with. It's really interesting to me.
Yeah, I think the 80s and 90s thing for hip hop is still like not really knowing a lot about that, but it's like I think that was mostly all of like the like gang stuff
Yeah.
with like Snoop and like whenever like Tupac got killed and like Suge Knight and all that shit.
Oh yeah, Suge Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Biggie and I think yeah, that's like from the little bit that I kind of know about that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it is mostly like that. There was just a lot of like
And I didn't even know that the manager. Okay, so I didn't know this is that Eazy-E started NWA, right?
yeah.
And he had a different group of guys that he just wanted. Eazy-E never wanted to be a rapper. He just wanted to be a manager. And so actually, if you listen, I guess if you listen to the original like Straight Outta Compton album, like when Ice Cube helped him record that with Dr. Dre, like he was so bad at rapping that it took him like multiple days to record one song because he'd do a lyric and he'd fuck up and then they have to like record everything in pieces.
Wow.
Jesus.
So yeah, he came a long way, but it was weird. And then also the real manager of NWA was a white guy, kind of like
like
kind of like Rick
Odd
Rubin.
Future.
Almost. He's kind of like a Rick Rubin kind of guy, and I was like, this is so weird. Like I didn't know Rick Rubin like was a founder of Def Jam Records. I'm like, this guy's weird.
Yeah.
Like I would never think that like a random white dude would like own like a big hip hop label, but I guess shit happens.
He was Jamie Kennedy before his time.
Yeah,
God.
because literally when I can't remember his name's like Henry Keller or something. Like when that guy founded NWA, he was already like 50 years old, and now he's like 80 and he's still working in the industry. It's so weird. He's like some old Jewish guy. It's so random. But I also like I think me and Brandon both are interested in like history and historical stuff. So like even that period of music, like I enjoy going back and like looking at like the LA riots and like all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
So to me it's really interesting to see like terrorism and like national like riots and like just crazy stuff like that. Like I'm interested in all that kind of stuff. So I'll still watch that stuff just for the historic value.
For sure.
Yeah.
I wish I got more into hip hop and rap, but it never went under my radar. The only time it really went under my radar, besides like Gorillaz,
Mhm.
it in a weird way, is Paul Banks, who's like the singer of Interpol, like the lead man.
Mhm.
Which is like really gloomy, like rock or whatever. What do you expect Interpol to be?
Yeah.
He actually has a lot of influences in hip hop, and once came out with a mixtape called "Everybody on My Dick Like They Supposed to Be," and it was just fucking rap, and it was the fucking most bizarre thing ever, at
Okay.
first for me. But I've been meaning to get more into rap
Yeah.
and hip hop.
And you should get in that Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 album, Carlos.
Oh my god!
You'll have a heck
I
of a
already
good time.
pre-ordered that shit, dude, on vinyl.
I pre-ordered that shit at GameStop.
Comes with DLC.
Yeah, I got the Paul
Oh my
Blart
God.
DLC.
Jesus.
It's got that Segway DLC.
All right.
I
I hope the DLC is like an Xbox game that you plug in and then you do karaoke with Kinect.
With Paul Blart.
The Paul Blart song. Yeah.
Oh no.
Like it's just you and Paul Blart hanging out.
Oh my god, I would play the shit out of that game.
No.
Jesus. Oh god.
God fucking damn it. Why are we talking about Paul Blart?
Gee.
So,
You said
Nikki,
that that guy's named Paul, so I thought of Paul Blart.
Paul
Nikki,
Banks
are
reminding you
y'all,
of Paul Blart. That's funny.
Are y'all done now, Nick?
Yeah, so I guess recap. So I went from like now that's what I call music to like rock band music to like dubstep. Well, it's like metal to like dubstep to like hip hop, and then rotation on all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
so that's pretty much it.
So, I guess that leaves me. I had a humble background, humble beginning. I listened to a lot of what my mom listened to, which was
Audio Slave.
no, it's just the radio mostly. It was like I got a lot of Black Eyed Peas. I got a lot of Johnny Cash actually. She listened to a lot of Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
She really likes Sublime, and that's where I get my enjoyment of
It's a
Sublime.
huge part of your collection.
Yeah,
I probably
Sublime's
wouldn't know
still being
Sublime.
my-
I probably wouldn't really know Sublime without you, honestly.
Yeah, Sublime being still probably my favorite band, my second favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
My first favorite band being Bowling for Soup, which of course is something I've listened to since fourth grade, third grade maybe.
Christ.
I still listen to it. They just put out a compilation album of the first 10 years of their music career. Like they remade the music that they made back then, which is good because I didn't like their first two albums because they were recorded really badly. So this kind of gave me a new way to listen to their older stuff. So I've been really stoked about that.
What do you mean? Like, wait, you're saying they're remaking it, or you just wait?
No,
you
they
get,
remade
like,
it.
because
They
the quality was-
re-recorded it.
They put out their best song or their worst songs and made them better.
No, they didn't put out their worst songs. They made their best songs from their worst albums and made them
There you
better.
go.
Oh, okay, I got you.
They re-recorded it. They didn't change too much of the lyrics. Every once in a while they did, but more for of like a nod back to the old stuff. And it's really cool. I really dig it. But for the most part, in junior high, that's where I really started listening to Slipknot, being my first quote unquote metal band, depending on who you're talking to. And I jammed out with them for all of middle school, all high school.
That was a long time.
I've been a Slipknot fan for a long time.
Yeah. That's like that's one of the few bands where like a lot of their songs are good for like to me, and I know a lot of their stuff by heart, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, like I could always sing along no matter what song plays. I pretty much know everything.
Yeah.
Even your favorite?
Yeah, I think so.
Surfacing for everybody. Surfacing.
Shut up, Dad.
Bunch of scratchy, garbly bullshit.
I hate that song. I still know all the words though, even though there is only like two lines of lyrics.
Can you feel this? I'm dying to feel this. Wait, is that the same song? Or is that a
No.
different song?
That's Opium of the People.
Is that prosthetics?
No, that's not.
No, isn't that?
I'm dying.
I just remember. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
It's
It's something
Continue.
on Subliminal Message.
is it Eeyore?
No, it's off Subliminal.
Nah, it's. I'm pretty sure it's self-titled, but whatever. We'll
Now I need to look it up. Anyway,
We'll settle this later.
I think all my favorite songs from them are still in Iowa though.
nah, my favorite are all on self-titled.
I'm sorry, both of you.
My
For the
favorite
most
are
part,
if
I
they're
don't remember listening to anything else in high school other than mostly Slipknot and actually comedians.
Oh yeah.
'Cause we listened to a lot. Oh, my voice is cracked.
A lot
We
of
listened to a lot of
Jazowski.
comedians.
A lot of Jazowski.
No, I
Oh,
didn't have
dude.
until high school.
Michael. I do know that we
Oh, yeah,
did.
Mike.
We had a thing where every nutrition and lunch
We
we would
listened
listen to A Little Piece of Heaven
Yeah,
by
by-
Avenged
by
Sevenfold
Avenged
every
Sevenfold.
goddamn day for like
we
a
did. We listened to it at least once a day. Oftentimes
That's a
we listened to
band
it
that
every-
I forgot about that band.
I didn't get into them other than that song and a couple other songs.
I'd
That
bought,
song, I
like-
remember I liked that song, but only the beginning, and then I hated it.
Yeah, I bought like two. I bought like two of their early CDs around Christmas because they were like super cheap at Best Buy. And
I regret everything.
what is it? No, I actually don't mind it that much. It's part of my like whatever. Just try to
Your portfolio.
listen to whatever. But
Might dip my
their
toes in.
their album Nightmare came out in a pretty bad time in our lives, and so that just kind of like got me through stuff because that was their album too that they had when when their drummer died, and
Yeah.
so partially it was
That makes
something
sense.
that had happened to like with us, but then it was also at the time I'd started getting into Dream Theater, and Mike Portnoy like was touring with them I think at the time, and like went and helped like finish the drums or something, because there was something where I think the drums on like a lot of their songs hadn't been finished yet. So since he was on that, I was just like, oh, maybe I'll check this out, because I like really liked him as a drummer. And then it just like ended up being like this really kind of like important CD to me, which was weird because it was from a band that I hadn't really
Dabbled in.
dabbled in or really like cared for. I guess I just like kind of knew them, but there wasn't anything that kind of like hooked me in until this one album.
Yeah, they were always just kind of there.
There are only
Man,
two people that I know that.
That's a band that I don't
Oh,
see with
God.
being a diehard fan. Like, I don't see
There are only
through
two
that.
people that I ever known to like
Man,
love
I don't
Avenged
know.
Sevenfold. Don't say it to Tyler Durden. That's Tyler.
I'll cry.
Um,
And
but they and that band's like a southern band too, which is a little weird because a lot of southern stuff just kind of throws me off.
Y'all.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, continue.
And then in high school, I kind of stepped up my metal game. Continued listening to Slipknot, but it started. Each year I listened to it a little bit less and less until the end of high school. Like senior year, I really didn't listen to them all that much. But I listened to like death metal, which is terrible. And I loved it, like Cannibal Corpse and all that good stuff. And then when I kind of dropped off Slipknot, I kind of picked up grindcore.
Yeah, I think you've gone down a more terrible path
it keeps
in
getting
metal
worse.
than like any of us.
I'm going backwards from
You never
what everyone
went
else
up.
did.
Yeah, you never
Everybody
went up.
started with bad stuff and ended with good stuff. I
Like,
didn't
you-
do that. I mean, at this point, at high school, and I started my own death metal band, which is called Jazowski. If you guys want to look it up, it's
You can
terrible.
find them on
I
YouTube?
don't suggest it. It's here on YouTube, so if you want to look it up, just type in JIZZOWSKI, and that'll be.
And
That'll
then
be
throw
my
your
band
computer
with-
out the window.
Get
I
it,
don't want
people?
JIZ
Jizz.
to be in my search bar.
That's my band with people that aren't in this call, but you may talk to them at some point if this podcast ever
know.
calls for guests and stuff. And then all throughout high school, I still listened to Bowling for Soup. I still listened to a lot of like pop punk. That was kind of like, but at that point, I kind of pushed it to the side to where I didn't really let people know that I listened to it as much, because I tried to put on a persona of kind of a
Metalhead.
metalhead, I guess. I had
Metalhead.
really gross long hair.
You got a mini dread.
And
Dude,
I had a
we
little mini
all
dread
had
in the
pretty
back, and I wore
gross long
cargo
hair.
shorts. It was bad. It wasn't a good time for me.
I think Nick and
Yeah.
Carlos might have been the only two that never had long, gross hair.
Yeah.
Fucking hated long hair.
And then now,
I never had long hair yet.
and then now I listen to still Bowling for Soup.
Katy Perry.
I've been listening to Slipknot a lot more lately because they put out a new album. This is something that I texted some of the guys that are in this call, but I think that their last album, if they would have put it out while we were in high school, we would have lost our minds.
Yeah.
Because I feel like now that I'm not as much into metal, I don't appreciate it as much, but it's such a good album that I feel like if they would have put it up
Yeah, it's
while
pretty
we were
cool.
in high school a couple years ago, that we probably would be different people now, I think.
But
Yeah,
it
'cause
wouldn't have meant as much back then as it does now to them. So they
It
wouldn't
means-
have written as good.
Yeah, because it means a lot more kind of because whatever with their like bassist dying,
Yeah.
and then it also kind of means more I think to us because All Hope Is Gone
Was
is super
not a
shitty,
good-
and then even they know it was shitty because they like didn't even record it all together and stuff, and so I think that's why kind of that album is
but
just
do you know
like
what
so good.
But do you know what I mean? Well, if this
Yeah.
is that, like, don't think of the backstory or anything behind it. Just if that exact music came out while we were in, I don't know, sophomore year, then
I would have
would've
never
been
heard it because I didn't
insane.
listen to them in sophomore year.
Yeah, that would have been crazy for us though.
Because
Yeah, for
that's-
like me,
it's
you, and
such-
Nick.
It's such
Yeah,
a
that
good,
would-
heavy, emotional album.
It's a really good album, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like my number 2 behind Iowa at this point.
It might be it's my number 2 behind.
Yeah. I want like
Cool.
I would say number one because it's like a really good quality and everything's together, but it's never gonna like I can't replace what I got started with. So
Yeah.
I can't
Nick's
do it.
never gonna leave Iowa.
I'm never gonna leave Iowa now.
The band has, but Nick hasn't.
Yeah, my heart.
The band
I live in
out there. We'll
I
still
live in
never take
California.
off.
My heart's in Iowa.
Ohio is for lovers.
Iowa for life, bro.
And now I still listen to a decent amount of pop punk. I got into a lot of like,
What kind of bands would you say you listen to that are pop punk?
I'd have to look it up.
You mostly
Yeah,
just
what do you
like singles?
classify as pop punk?
Well, like,
All the shitty bands that Tyler listens to.
Yeah, that's pop punk. Like,
Well, that's like
Well,
pop punk
what do you-
now,
what
because
do
like
you-
pop punk would be like Blink-182, I think.
yeah, that's like
Just like Sum 41.
Blink-182, Sum 41.
okay.
Fall Out Boy.
Green Day, I guess, is a little bit in there. I was
See, I don't know.
Yeah.
To me,
like
to
the
me
Dookie
they're just
album.
rock, because that's what I grew up calling it was rock.
Yeah, I wish I
Yeah.
could remember all this stuff because I feel like even more in high school, we tried so hard to be like really big music people and like to be those people that have these crazy super specific genres.
Yeah, kind of.
Like I remember we would have a lot of that stuff for metal, trying to categorize
Yeah.
all the different types of bands and these crazy subsets.
I
Mhm.
still listen to a little bit of reggae. I want to say that the couple of reggae bands that I have are really high on my list, like Revolution and Sublime, kinda. I guess they're not
I
really
do like
reggae,
classical,
but
like Bob
I count 'em.
Expendables?
So good.
What, Zach?
What about the Expendables?
Expendables?
Is that what they're called? Is that their name?
Sylvester Stallone and Jason Statham.
No,
God,
Are we
what's
back to talking about movies?
Oh, there's Carlos.
Jason
Just
Statham
kidding.
should be an actor.
And I got into a lot of like YouTube rappers and like YouTube musical artists.
Wasn't Watsky one of the guys you listened to?
Yeah, I really like Watsky. I really
So
like.
did you see the one I sent on Snapchat today?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was randomly in like the top 100 list when I was listening to Spotify. I was like, oh
it's pretty
shit.
cool.
And he's so fast.
He is. He's awesome. I
He
love
shits
Watsky.
on a lot of people out there. I wish he was a little bit more like he's more famous.
Yeah, he's slowly getting up there.
Yeah.
Probably won't
I
ever
mean,
get like famous, but he's
Yeah. Like
I like
obviously
him.
he's come a
He
long
doesn't
way.
need to be
That'd be
famous.
crazy. If he was on the radio, that'd be even something else.
yeah.
And that's cool because I've seen a lot of people like by having listened to a lot of music on the internet, like I've seen a lot of people come from like the internet to like having record deals, which is pretty amazing too.
Yeah, like my favorite, Justin Bieber.
Or Pink Guy.
No.
Dude, how about fucking Days Soft, dude? Please tell me you know that, Michael.
Who?
Days Soft?
That doesn't sound
Oh,
familiar.
damn it. All right. Real quick aside. Randomly, it was like a Reddit post someone had made, and it was like a random indie band name generator. And some guy was like, I got Days Soft. I'm going to make this an actual band. But he never played music before. And now Reddit's going crazy because now there's this band called Days Soft that's created by Reddit. And Reddit is choosing all of the things he's doing.
Oh
God.
no! Now I need to look into this.
There's like a whole subreddit for him. I don't even think I think he's released one sample of some of the stuff he's worked on. It's kind of bad, but people are still going nuts over this guy.
What is it? Days Soft.
Days Soft. Daze Soft. But I just wanted to throw it in there. I was hoping you'd know.
I'm gonna look this up.
No. Gone down a rabbit hole.
But I do want to say though,
Somebody
like,
has a shirt.
I do want to say though, about high school. That was one thing I was envious of you guys as a group. You guys had like a lot of music you could talk to each other about, and I kind of wish I had that in high school. And because like the only person I could talk about my music taste in high school was like my sister, who was like just about to leave college, and like Michael Kittredge, and well, we know what happened with that, but.
Yeah.
That is one thing I was kind of envious, and I wish that
Were you friends with like Nino back then?
A little bit. Nino doesn't have the same music taste
Oh,
as
God.
Nino has like does Nino have like all over the place music taste, like anything?
Yeah, he's a little bit more wacky. Like, I'm a lot better friends with him now, and I'm starting to get some of it. But like, he listens to a lot of. I really should know this guy's name, and you guys know his name very well. He does music for Not Scary Farm sometimes.
The Aquabats?
Wait, oh, Mike Patton.
Mike Patton. He listens to a
Yeah.
lot of Mike Patton stuff with Micah, and used to listen to his stuff too. I was into like Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Not really much the
Fuck, that's
clown
good.
thing. I don't remember the name.
Oh,
Of
Mr.
that.
Bumble.
Mr. Bungles.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Good.
Mr. Bungle's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting too.
I guess
I didn't even
as
know
as
that,
a
but-
weird aside for the Mike Patton thing, I think that is kind of what I can remember sort of being one of the things that just sort of pushed me into like I'm just gonna have a bunch of like random weird music because if anybody who doesn't know Mike Patton, the former singer for Faith No More and of Mr. Bungle, had some side project called Fantomas, which was like based off of these old like French like serial things, I guess, like movies or some weird TV show thing,
Mhm.
and it's just kind of this weird like experimental metal where he doesn't really sing anything. It's all just kind of weird noises and like stuff that he just makes with his mouth over like
Mhm.
just random metal music and sound effects that don't make any sense. Pretty great.
I gotta say,
It's
Mr.
hilarious.
Bungle is like the original weird music before people like tried to make weird music now.
Yeah.
Like that's like classic. Like if you want to listen to something a little different, go to Mr. Bungle.
You want to get some weird stuff in your life?
Clowncore.
Follow me down the rabbit hole.
Follow me down Bungle Street.
Brandon, did you say clowncore?
Yeah, clowncore.
Not a good.
Oh, ICP?
No,
Oh,
way worse.
ICP.
No.
Juggalos for life.
Encore.
This
is
Other
worse.
piece just rap.
how the fuck do magnets work?
Ugh, why do they have fucking movies, dude?
Dude, I don't know.
Movies.
ICP?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sing Clown Posse,
People
the
gave
movie.
them money to make feature-length films.
It's probably the Fago Corporation.
Oh, God.
Probably. Oh my god.
Probably
God damn it.
probably Fago and like Michael's craft store or something because they like got all this face paint and stuff.
Or no Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby.
God
All right,
damn it,
so
though.
I think we're all done talking about our musical tastes. Do we want to do a quick this week in gaming?
Sure.
Sure, we could do.
I haven't played anything new, but whatever
Yeah,
you guys want.
Can we
I
can we
don't-
like extend it to like this week in like shit we watched too?
This
Like
week.
stuff
This
done.
week.
Like
how about
movies,
something
music.
interesting you've done this week?
All right, say one thing interesting that's happened this week.
Oh,
I
that's hard.
sliced off part of my finger.
Oh
Or
my
maybe that was
god.
Is
last
that
week. I
true?
can't remember. I can't remember what day that was.
You, how big?
It was Monday. I just kind of like sliced the corner off of my like thumb at
Did-
work cutting bread.
Did you put it in one of the sandwiches?
No, it was
Did you?
it
eat
was hanging off by like a
Jeez.
little thread. I just kind of like bled all over my glove and stuff. It was cool. I just had like a glove filled with like blood.
Did it end up hurting really bad when the adrenaline kicked off?
Yeah, and then it kind of hurt for like a day or two, and it wasn't even like a big thing. It didn't look like super cool or like badass or anything. It basically just looked like a little like scratch, but it
Did
Did
hurt
you
like a
need
motherfucker.
stitches,
Dude,
or
there's
did you kind of just put it back together and then wrap it up?
No, there was like skin kind of hanging off of it. I just tore it off. I just kind of just wore it like a band-aid.
YOLO.
Just tore it off
Yeah.
and stuck it in my mouth.
Dude,
Yeah, 'cause
there's
it was bleeding a lot at first, but then it just kind of it like stopped itself basically. I didn't really have to do anything.
It's like I'm tired of bleeding. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm working overtime here.
Yeah. This guy doesn't want to put a band-aid on. I'm done.
there's a guy in my cooking class that he cut his thumb through the fingernail and all the way down.
Oh,
And,
no.
dude,
One of my
they
one
had
of
a
the cooks.
stitch through his fingernail.
So he kind of like lizard tongued it.
Yeah, and dude, there's like
Ugh.
stitches in his fingernail. And like, ugh.
Oh, one of the cooks at my work, he cut from about midway of his fingernail, the tip off.
Oh.
So now he has like an oblong thumb.
That sucks.
It's pretty interesting.
Wait, Zach, do you have any injuries yet from cooking?
No, but I punched a metal door the other day in class on accident.
Hey, why would you do that?
We have like cages that we keep all of our stuff in, and they have like little metal pieces that kind of stick out a little bit. And I went to open the cage and grab a plate, and I punched the fucking piece for some reason.
With all my might?
Yeah, and I looked down at my hand. I'm like, ow.
Ow.
And then I just see blood start dripping out. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Okay, teacher.
I'm like, hey, I need some Band-Aids. And she's like, why? I'm like, I punched the gate.
Dumb. Carlos, what did you
Save the blood
do
and
this
put it in the
week?
salsa.
Carlos,
What did I do this week?
What's one interesting thing that happened to you this week?
Fuck, that's hard. I've done nothing interesting. I've done nothing interesting.
Carlos
guess I
went
tried-
to bed before 4 in the morning.
That
Probably didn't happen.
That might have happened this week. I don't know which week it is. School starts next week, which is interesting. But
I don't want that.
tried Mediterranean food for the first time.
Ooh.
Nice.
I
How do you
really
think?
like it.
I tried Hawaiian
I
food
love
for the
it.
first time.
Nice. I had falafel, and then I had lamb with the rice and the pita and the
Carlos, you've never had lamb before?
no.
Carlos, I will make you some bomb lamb.
It
I
will
have-
explode.
I have a good lamb recipe.
But
Zach,
I will have to say falafel is fucking amazing.
I learned how to make falafel in my next class.
Zach,
You better make me falafels.
They're really good.
Senior Zach,
Yes.
what's one interesting thing that's happened to you this week?
I broke my computer.
Go on.
Oh,
Yeah. Me and Michael were playing Minecraft, and like what it was, we were done with it after like 3 hours. And
Was that the good night or the bad night?
that was the good night.
Was it?
No, yeah, that was a good night. So yeah, and then we go and go to my house to turn off the game, and my video card burnt out because we played for 3 hours on a Mac computer that can't handle it. So I burn out my video card,
And then on
Like
top
the
of that,
ladders?
the new news, Zach.
and then I went and bought out a new computer, and I said fuck it to Mac, and I bought a PC.
this is a big step for Zach.
It's
Yeah,
a big step for gaming in Zach.
I can now play
From
any game I want to.
provided your computer allows it.
Oh, my computer will allow it.
He's
Oh,
got
I
a
got
beast-
this.
beast little rig.
It's a
Little
it's
beast
a
rig.
Lenovo Y50. Pretty good. I need to upgrade the RAM though.
Yeah.
Wait, did you get the version that does 4K?
No, that
Has a
one was
4K display? Oh, okay.
Don't say the
maybe-
wrong answer.
Hold on, let me look real quick. Hold on.
In the meantime,
The
Nick,
4K one is 1,155.
Yes, then I did.
Oh,
Okay.
bam.
That's the one I got.
Nick, what's one interesting thing that happened to you this week?
Let's see. So I'm wrapping up. Well, we already wrapped it, but that short film I had to shoot last semester that we had to turn into the Newport Festival.
Always wrap it up, kids.
Yeah, do that for sure.
Unless you don't want to. That's fine.
So I was going over the credits because I need to I was trying to get all the credits in order so that way it looked good when we're done with it. And then I was done with everything. I was all happy with it. And then my director of photography was he's close with our teacher that semester. And she really did not like our director at all. She fucking hated him. She hated him to the point that she made me remove the director credit
Fuck.
and basically just remove. There's no director credit, and I just gave him a writer credit somewhere in there.
Jesus, was it that long
That's
haired
fucked
kid?
up.
Yeah, basically what she said was that if she gives him the director credit and lets the movie into the festival, that she is reassuring him that he has
Talent.
a promised future talent as a director,
Wow.
and she
That's
doesn't want
really
that.
messed up.
That's
She really
fucked
doesn't
up.
want him to think that he's good.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
that dude did kind of seem like a dickhead.
It's
that
better
one
to
night
find
when I
out
was
now
there.
than later.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
The guy with the long hair.
Yeah.
He's not a bad person. He's not a good director.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then everybody was shitting on that weird kid too, so that was also kind of a weird thing that I
well,
didn't anticipate.
that was funny, but he's cool though. Like we didn't like try to hurt him or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that entire movie, like me and our DP, like we carried that shit. Like he basically shot everything, I edited it, and
Double
everyone else
penetration.
there.
Yeah, Carlos, you should tell us
Dr.
a
Pepper.
fun, interesting story about how people misinterpret DP.
Oh yeah, how does DP work?
Oh, fuck. No, I don't like thinking about it because it's one of those moments where my body just fucking cringes and I break my rib cage.
I still like this moment for the pure fact that we were talking to someone who went to film school for like 4 years.
Yeah.
All right. How do I say this quick? All right, so I was doing camera work for a film student it was a really bizarre experience. She spoke English very well, didn't text English very well. I don't know, it was bizarre. And it was just really weird. Nothing was ever planned out right. It was like a lot of last minute things to do. And we wrapped up shooting and she's like, we were saying our goodbyes or whatever. And then I said, like, as I'm getting in the car or whatever, I turn around hey, it was great. Thanks for this opportunity, whatever. If you ever need any more DP work, just hit me up. I'm down. And Brandon's like standing beside me and he didn't fucking notice anything. But she gives this weird look as she's shaking my hand, tilts her head and goes, huh, that's really weird. And I'm like, in my head, I don't realize what's going on. So I'm like, what the fuck? What is weird about that? All right, fuck you.
What's weird about camera work? Okay.
Yeah, what's weird about like networking? You're weird. And then I walked away and we're
weird. Driving
back and the radio was on and we were listening to like a classical music, Verdi Requiem, and like just as it crescendos into this fucking, climax, I fucking realized she thought I fucking meant double penetration. And I was like, fuck. Not only because I'll never hear from her ever again, but that shit's gonna haunt me forever. It'll be one of those moments where I'll be like laying in bed trying to sleep and I'll be like, oh, fuck. There was that one time where that chick thought I offered her double penetration.
Oh my god.
That was such a great moment.
Oh, that's
And
so
Brandon
funny.
was there for that moment where I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I literally yelled out, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I was there for other shoots and it was kind of weird. And then after I heard that story, I was like, that just seals the deal on that one.
Yeah.
People are fucking stupid. I don't know. I shouldn't even be saying that. She was nice.
To the audience out there, we were working for someone who was finishing film school. Like, that was her last project, and she still didn't understand the slang. So, I don't know what her mind was, but yeah, definitely not on the film.
Wow, that's really weird.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I guess what I don't get is how people can go through that much schooling on something and still, like, not give a shit about it.
Don't even talk to me about that shit. Mood Ring is not finished.
Oh god,
it's been a
really?
fucking year.
Jesus.
Yeah,
it's been a year. I have not heard from them. Actors have not been paid. Actors have not been given copies.
Oh, dude, you guys are fucked.
I thought my movie was hard to deal with, and then I look at that and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are running on an hour and a half. So I think it is about time to call it a night. It is 2 a.m. right now, and I have work. I got to get up at 9, so I'm going to say...
What time do you start?
I got to be there at 9:45.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm going to go ahead and make this end now. I'm going to put this show out of its misery.
All right. That was a good show.
If you need a ride... Or damn it. If you need a lift, you can sit between the backseat of my dick. Bam.
If anybody wants
Death grooves.
If anybody wants music stuff, look up Anthony Fantano. It's a great way to get into music.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody,
right.
say your
Bye.
final goodbyes.
Peace out, bro.
Thanks, Nick.
Take it sleazy. Catch you on the flip flop.
Thank you, Brandon.
Right.
Carlos.
Right. Have a good day, or not.
You're not
Choice
Carlos.
yours.
Choice is yours.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Zach, thank you. All right, everybody. Thank
All
you
right.
all for listening. This has been the Ufflecast, episode 2. Catch you later.
Bye.
That was really dumb.